We could have split it into a number of smaller parts. Just like if you have a pizza, you can cut a pizza into as many pieces as you want. 8 pieces, 12 pieces, 6 pieces. You choose, it could be any number. The same thing is true for a day. You could divide it into any number of pieces. How about 24? We've been dividing the day up into 24 parts for thousands of years now. It was the ancient Egyptians and some other ancient civilizations who decided on the number 24. Why 24? Is there something special about that number? The short answer is, not really. Just like cutting up a pizza, it could have been any number of pieces. But there is some reason that the ancient civilizations chose 4. I'll tell you. First of all, it wasn't actually 24 that was important to them, but the number 12. You see, the ancient Egyptians divided the day into 2 parts, daytime and nighttime. So far, we've only used a sky dome for daytime, when the sun rises, reaches noon, and then sets. But since we know the next day the sun comes back and rises in the east, we can imagine the sun's path continuing below the ground and coming around this way. It doesn't actually go below the ground, of course. It's that the Earth is spinning, and so the sun is being seen on the other side of the Earth. But it's helpful to visualize its path as being down here during the nighttime. So the ancient Egyptians had these 2 halves, daytime and nighttime, and they divided each half into 12 parts. So they had 12 parts of daytime and 12 parts of nighttime. 12 plus 12 equals 24. That's where you get the idea of 24 hours in a day. But why 12? What's so special about that number? Why did they choose to divide each half into 12 parts? Well, when we are counting things, we count using our fingers. Because we have 10 fingers, we've given a special importance to the number 10. We like to count years by tens. We call them decades. You ever hear people talk about the 70s or the 80s or the 90s? We like to make top 10 lists. In fact, our whole number system is based on the number 10. Notice how we have 10 different symbols that we use for numbers? But this is just a custom we have. Just because you have 10 fingers doesn't mean it's the only way to count things. Different people have used different customs. For example, the ancient Egyptians, whenever they'd count, they'd use their thumb to count their finger segments rather than count each finger itself. Go ahead and count your finger segments using your thumb. How many finger segments do you have?